Hey everyone. Oh god damn it. Well, I can't get my stream to show up. At least on my computer. I know it's working because it hasn't given me the error thing yet. There we go. Oh hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hasn't even said that you've sent a message yet. Oh, there we go. At least I feel a little bit better today. Yesterday, my stress and my heart rate was so bad, I thought I was going to have a panic attack. Or a heart attack, for that matter. But you don't really get heart attacks at this age. I mean, you can. It's completely possible to get a heart attack at any age, really. But my stream may be buffering. I'm sorry if so. My internet must be acting up apparently. It says we are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough or consider using a lower bit rate. I've only been streaming for 2 minutes, so I guess my internet is fucked. Oh well. It should hopefully iron itself out. Oh wait, never mind. It says the health is good. Holy shit, why was that like super slow-mo? I was just making sure my mic was on. I have a bad history of forgetting to turn my mic on. I wonder how this area is going to run on most people's PCs. Because this is one of the worst areas of the game. This and the Dazaifu Temple. They're like the worst areas of the game when it comes to how well optimized they are. Even on the PS4 Pro and stuff like that, this area lags. Especially when you start breaking objects. Huh? It also doesn't help that I like woke up yesterday morning really, or not yesterday morning, this morning I should say. I just haven't slept in a while. But basically I woke up from already being like really terribly stressed out the night before. I went to bed and I slept. Well, I say I slept. I laid in bed for like 6 hours maybe. And slept for about 2 of them. Good texture. What? Why'd I have to pick the longest gesture in the world? There we go. First playthrough memories. Damn it. I was hoping I could just kill her through that. Who's fast now? I'll start playing Borderlands 2 again soon here. Or the pre-sequel, I mean, I don't really care. It's not even that I want to be done with Nioh. It's just I know not many people like watching it because I play it a very specific, annoying way. Hey, Claptrap.exe. Welcome back, man. Nice. What level are you at? It's like I always say, Krieg is one of my favorite characters for his character. But he becomes a lot less fun to play at higher levels. Just because I like the idea of a melee character. And melee in high OP levels is just not a viable strategy. It is for, like, certain things. Like, you can use melee Krieg to blood-splode Pyro P, but you can also just use fastball Krieg to do that the same. At least I've done it that way before. I don't know about OP8, but I know it definitely works in other OP levels. I don't think I've ever been hit by that guy once, because he never throws firebombs early enough for it to be a problem. What? You wall hacker. Who's burning? Do you have any 72s yet? Or 61s if you don't have that many, you don't have all the DLC. What? It didn't explode? I hit it with a fire weapon, though. Oh well. It's not like it matters. I've always found this loot over here to be really interesting because I think I've only ever gotten it once. That head just dropped me a yacht on me. I'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, damn it. Stop this. Stop this madness. I hate when they do that. What's up, Hung Tran? Damn it, that ability doesn't have super armor on it. Are you joking me? I don't know what allows you to final blow them twice sometimes. I've never been able to figure it out. It happens with the ninja yokai way more than those. Didn't hurt. That's something you don't want to be stepping on. That's the spot. I always get this one and the other one confused. Hi. Goodbye. I was expecting the cannon to shoot at me if you were wondering why I ran around in a circle. Because I have had them shoot at me before when I've tried to do that. Don't matter though. Let's go. Oh, you dillweed. Ow. That was hard. I'm not even using a Susanoo build, by the way. I'm not even using an axe with close combat attack damage on it. I'm just using one with skill damage. And those heavy attacks still hit like that. It's the way to go if you want to do a truckload of damage. But if you want to do it, if you're going for the highest damage hit in a single hit thing, the best way to do that is to either get skill lumber chop and skill damage on an axe. That'll let you hit the highest amount of damage, especially if you min-max for it further. But you can also argue that you can probably actually hit harder now by just using a draw strike with Futsunushi. Use Night Rain. Skill damage. Only B plus? Wow. Why do people use Kaido just for the strong attack damage? You get way more out of it by using Susanoo, Tatanashi, and Higetsu. Now, anyways. Now that critical builds are not a thing anymore. Unless your critical build involves dying all the time, then yeah, you have a critical build, alright. The thing I feel really bad for specifically is all the people who spent time making a perfect living weapon build only to get it thrown down the drain. I mean, I had only built mine like a week before the patch came out that had built it, so I mean, it was a little bit of a waste of time, considering that I had not streamed because I was building that set. But I don't really care. I already don't like using those types of builds just because I've gotten so used to having Tatanashi. It's a good crutch, as much as people hate it, because it is a crutch. A true ninja. Yay. Let's go get our ass kicked for 3 hours. You're allowed to use any weapon you want, right? Because I think I might be able to just cheese her. Let's see, what do we got? We got power pills, ground fire traps, which she doesn't get affected by most of the time because she has incredibly high super armor. We get poison, which doesn't affect her as well because she's highly resistant to poison. Blinding shells, which don't affect her as well because she's resistant to those. And whatever the fuck that is, which I think is just a quick change scroll. Didn't even reach her. Oh wow, look at that poison buildup. Look at that. Like, you can't build up the poison. There we go. Now we built up the poison. All it took was 6 draw strikes in a row. And cheese. That's some good cheese right there. You didn't even use ninjutsu on me. Attacked me once. I need another sip of my gingy ale. If it isn't Canada Dry or Schweppes, you aren't drinking ginger ale. That's just how it goes. $12 whole attack dollars. 12 green attack dollars to be used for attacking. Alright. Are there any, like, really tough missions in this area that I remember? I already did that one. That's, like, the mission I did when I was progressing through the game. Or progressing through Way of the Nioh. I've sort of sporadically done stuff throughout all of the regions. No, mostly the hard stuff. Because for whatever reason, I always like getting hard things out of the way first. The only thing we haven't done is kill the accursed doppelganger, and I think this one. Ooh, boy. Ooh, Dorgy. We're gonna see. Just how decent my build is right now. How decent my build is outside of using living weapon cheese, which I can't use anymore. Like, I don't think I'd be able to beat the... what the hell is it called? I uploaded a video of it too, and I already forget the name of it, but the mission where you have to fight the 9-tailed fox and hit a Yori at the same time. How do I not take any fire damage? Well, it's a combination of things, but the biggest thing in this is the 5-piece bonus of Tatanashi, which gives you 36.3%. You need that to achieve the 100% elemental damage reduction. Because as you see, I have 36.3 right there. I have 22.9 on my chest piece as an effect, and then I have both my accessories have it on it. So I have... this one is actually a really low roll, the 15.3. You can find ones much higher than that. I think it goes up to 16.9 is max on accessories. But you also need to get all of the titles, or at least have enough titles to get 15% in received elemental attack damage. If you can't get Tatanashi, Genbu has received elemental attack damage on it, but Genbu is honestly a really, really bad guardian spirit, so I can't actually recommend you take it. But it is one way you can do it without Tatanashi. It just requires you to have max rolled set pieces. Because if we come into my special effects list right here, you'll notice I'm only 6% over 100%. So if I didn't have 6% somewhere, Yes, but the one thing that you should know about this is that this does not reduce status buildup. It only reduces the damage. And if a piece of your armor gets weakened, like say weakened armor torso gets applied to your chest piece, you're no longer 100% resistant until that effect is gone. But you can still have status ailments applied to you. Status ailments are determined by the verse, fire, water, wind garbage down there. That's what determines your actual build-up rate. How fast something is applied to you on a per-hit basis. What? That didn't... Holy shit, he does so much more damage than I remember. I'm dead. Yep. The Makabishi really fucked me there. Get out of the corner. Alright, he's almost out of living weapon. And I'm dead. Fuck. He does so much damage so suddenly. Well, this attempt is sort of fucked. I didn't die far enough backwards. Oh my god. So one guy's got infinite super armor and pretty much infinite living weapon, and the other guy has got infinite slowing stuff. So you can't walk out of the way of the guy with the infinite living weapon. But a player can't do that because that's too broken. It's too broken for the player to be able to do that. Because this game is totally about the gameplay being balanced or not. That's totally the hinging factor in what makes this game fun. Oh my god, I couldn't even punish him because I'm so fucking slow. I just want to get behind one of them so I can hit them for some actual damage. But I can't, because I can't do anything without getting my shit blocked. Like, what am I... If they read all your inputs and literally counter every... What are you supposed to do with an axe? What am I supposed to do? I can't trade with them or else I take too much damage. I can't attack aggressively because if I do, they just block. And they have infinite keys, so you're not going to drain their goddamn key bar anytime soon. Look at this. Look how much just sheer key damage I have to do to even try and get through his entire key bar. And I'm using the highest key damage weapon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that should be the same. God damn it. Fuck. You need to stop. But sadly, apparently, you're both incredibly resistant to anything that I can do because I don't have 200 ninjutsu. I am sorry, game. I'm sorry I don't just spam the same item over and over again and then make you nerf it because I overuse it. I'm sorry, game. Oh, he instantly got out of it anyways. Because of my flying sword talismans. I forgot how counterintuitive that is. Or not counterintuitive, just counterproductive is what I meant to say. Can I do the ability that I want to do for once, please? Thank you. It's so much easier when my skill actually activated. Yep, and now he's just gonna sit there and block me with his NPC-sized keybar. We can both play that. Not so tough without your giant asshole. Well, it's not like I exactly have that low a ninjutsu. I mean, I don't have that high a ninjutsu, but... like, because of min-maxers in all of these video games, you basically can't do a single thing in the game without being specifically min-maxed for that thing. Because people have min-maxed for it, so they nerf it for the min-maxers instead of actually thinking about a blanket fix. See, like, I actually think the change to living weapons in the 1.20 update was actually a good choice. The one thing I don't like, however, is how they focused the game so hard, and you basically can't build up enough to ever make it not 2 to 3 shot you later on in the abyss. And they took the one way that people could just go through it casually out of the game. Which, granted, again, I don't care. The only people who play endgame content are people like me, and they're people who don't buy hundreds of video games. Because barely anyone I know who actually got, like, early release copies and got all this bullshit from Team Ninja, and, well, not Team Ninja, sorry, Koei Tecmo. You would have think. I don't know. Like, most of those people never played through the game all the way. They barely touched on half of the mechanics. Or they just abused the shit out of a mechanic. And, I mean, I'm not trying to name names, but a person I remember when it came out who did the first Infinite Living Weapon build and started the whole cheese factory was Ouroboros. Because everyone, at least in the Souls community, who was playing this game at the time, even though thankfully most of the Souls community people are gone now, and it's just people who came to the game because they thought it was cool. Damn it. That is not the thing I was obviously trying to lock onto, you fuckwit of a game. Oh yeah, you wanted to walk on to the elemental head, right? Right? That's the thing that's gonna kill you in this situation. The thing that can't even deal damage to you. Oh, but that guy's definitely gonna kill me. Oh, it's this guy, except this time he's got no Dachi. I forgot that he was in this mission. Is that it? Oh wait, no, we gotta kill 2 more dinguses. This is what I mean by living weapon builds didn't necessarily get destroyed. You just can't use critical bullshit when you're in living weapon now to deal 50 to 60,000 damage in one strong attack. You still can, however, deal 50 to 60,000 in one strong attack when you use an axe living weapon build. Or just skill damage if you want to just use skills when you're in living weapon, like I did on those 2 guys. I don't know why I did that mission. I don't know, most of these aren't going to be very hard because my gear is upgraded above what the max gear that you even get from the difficulty is. My gear is like early Abyss gear. Oh! Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy will like swing at every little barrel or anything that gets in front of him. Why did my character step forward? I like just stood in place. Wait, did you mean 100% reduced firearm damage? Sorry for the delay on that. I was just trying to think of what you meant. Some free weapon buff. See what I mean? My pants got weakened, so I don't have the full resistance now. Wow, there's a lot of wheels on this level. How do you do that? Roll received firearm damage on most of your gear? I guess it's a very similar process that you would go to get received elemental attack damage at 100%. Of course, I think received elemental attack damage is a lot more valuable than that, but I don't know. It's definitely a good thing against the cannon-wielding ninja yoki, but for just normal firearm enemies, they don't do enough damage to warrant having 100% resistance in my eyes. I already take barely any damage from the fire portion of the cannon shot. You gonna attack this thing with me, dude? Nope. He's just gonna run away? The thing I die to the most in this game, currently, is the Kusarigama wielding Yoki. Those are the new deadliest enemy for me. They don't even show up in the bestiary either, or they never added them to the Yoki thing. Because they have the ninja one right here, or sorry, here. But they don't have the one with the cannon, and they don't have the blue one. It's just so weird for me, the arbitrary things they give multiple pictures to. Hold on. Alright, there's none there. I know there's some here. Where you can change their appearance. Why? Literally all that is her hand split open and she's holding a pipe. That's the only difference. You get no... It's not like there's any visual information you get out of this change in pose, besides the fact that she smokes out of a pipe, which you see in the very first cutscene with her. Yes, but like anything else, it doesn't negate the build-up on hit of stuff. It just negates the damage. See, at least these two ones, they're at least in a completely different uniform. Like, this is her Spanish attire, and this is the Japanese attire that she was given to wear. So important. Oh wait, this one actually is a lot better. He's got to have like the highest detail model in the game, this guy does. Like, the amount of polygons that goes into this fucking guy's model is insane. Even for how low, like, low the average polygon count is in Nioh comparative to most normal games. All of their polygons are spent on character models. So they look really nice in comparison to pretty much everything else. Like, the one thing that always really, like, baffled me about this game when I look at other games is how well this game captures faces. This game has some of the most, like, realistic, believable faces that just look like they were just taken off of a person and stuck onto a video game character. There are very few other games which capture that perfectly. Like, even Fallout 4's characters don't look quite as good as these ones. Like, just... not even in a sense of detail, just in the way that their face looks. It's a lot more believable than your average game. Compare the faces of this game in the very few cutscenes that it has. Compare the mouth movements of that to something like Mass Effect Andromeda, which everyone knows was a fucking shit show when it first released, and they had to release like 3 to 4 patches before it even became like a showable product. What a joke that game was. I like the vehicles in it, though. Vehicles make any game better. Get destroyed. Huh? You would think I'm in a lower difficulty than Way of the Nioh, but I'm not. I mean, I was a little pissed about it too, but honestly it doesn't bother me that much. I already completed all the stuff I needed to complete with it, with the living weapon cheese, and really I didn't even have that good of a living weapon build, and I could do one that was just as effective now. The only thing I'd want to change is, instead of Amaterasu, I'd want Susanoo. That would require me to find a bunch of new ranged weapons. If I didn't already have a Susanoo thing at one point in time, I probably sold it by now. I didn't either. Originally, I based my build around health regen, but then there came a time when I had to swap over all of my, like, effects that gave me health or gave me auto recovery, and I just swapped them out for things that gave attack. Like, on my chest piece, normally I always used to have life recovery from Amrita absorption. I spent 20 million gold on a chest piece back before the first DLC even came out, just to get life recovery from Amrita absorption on it. And now I don't even fucking use that effect anymore, because you can't regenerate enough health to make it useful. Like, in the first 2 difficulties, if you wear heavy armor and then just do regen and just stack regen on everything, you can outlive anything that can attack you. But you can't do that in Way of the Nioh. You can't make the super defensive, super duper tanky, super regen build that just doesn't do good damage. I don't mind doing bad damage if I can just regen my health back. But unfortunately you can't do that anymore, so I have to rely on doing damage like everyone else now, thanks to the fucking min-maxers. Again, min-maxers ruin the game, and then they bitch when the game gets nerfed because they min-max the absolute fuck out of it to the point of breaking the game. And then they wonder why their game isn't the way that they wanted it anymore. And it's like, well, maybe they never intended for you to play the entire game with your living weapon, asshole. Do you ever think about that? That's how I feel. Again, I had just made a living weapon build, and I got fucked over, but I didn't care. There's other ways to beat things, and even then, living weapon isn't nerfed. And the only people who say living weapon is nerfed are the people who haven't tried to experiment with new things yet. Because people have already found multiple ways to make living weapon just as broke as it was before. Not as broke, but close to. Only like 15% or 10% damage lost overall. Which is not that bad. When you're talking about hits that deal 50 to 60,000, that's 5,000 less damage. Oh, boo-hoo. They took 5,000 whole damage away from my character. Now I have to press a button twice instead of once. Oh, woe is me. I don't one-shot kill a boss anymore. Game sucks. You know what I say. Get good. Or just start raging like a baby, which is what I normally do. Just be a baby rager. I mean, they're not gonna nerf EI. They buffed it, remember? Remember, Team Ninja thought it wasn't good enough, so they made it twice as fast. If you remember, a fully charged EI strike used to take a full, like a second. I think it was a second and 3/4 or close to 2 seconds to go from a neutral animation into the draw strike and then fully charge it to get max damage. But now it only takes like less than a second. Well, I think it actually takes like a second, 1.10 second, maybe 1.10 seconds. It's a lot faster now anyways. A lot faster. It can be, you used to not be able to infinitely combo people from behind with it. That used to be something you could only do with the dual swords. But they nerfed the dual swords draw strike, and then they buffed the single swords draw strike because they felt that the dual swords like were much more superior to the single swords damage wise. If you remember back around the time the first DLC came out, dual swords got hit super hard with nerfs. Basically, Windstorm became a 0 damage dealing skill that you only use because it does damage fast. It doesn't do insane damage like it does before, it's just a skill, and you can use it if you want. It's so bullshit because this is what the skill used to be like. They didn't change this movie at all. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Watch me do it. I'll try and get it from the same angle. Now let's go watch him do that. You see how much faster that is? It's like almost 10 to 12 frames faster. The only one of these that they ever adjusted for a fix was the Odachi Twin Moon skill. Because that used to not step you forward. When the Odachi very first came out, this skill, you'd just stand still and you'd take a baby step forward. And you would never hit anything with it because your square attack would just push something out of the range. But they fixed that and then changed the actual skill thing. But for the dual swords, a lot of the skills that got nerfed never got their actual skill thing changed. Look at that. From a standstill, pressing the button. It's... They tried to make them pretty much in line with one another. Which some people hate, some people like. The tonfas are alright. I just wish they would fix the tracking on the heavy attack for high stance. It is absolutely retarded, the fact that that has less tracking than the axe. The axe, you can literally spin around in the circle while doing the heavy attack. Look at this. I can hit something behind me and in front of me in one attack. Now let's try and do that same thing with the tonfa, with its 2-hit combo. Nope, I can't turn around. Can't turn around. You have no ability to adjust your character at all. The only time you get the ability back to adjust your character is if you use the urgency skill with high stance. Or sorry, not urgency, Crimson Lotus. So you go like this, and then you can turn and hit something from a different angle. Because you're rarely ever gonna hit something with both hits fully with this. You're just gonna jump past them because it just treats you like you have a blinding shell on. You can't turn, you can't adjust it at all, no matter what you do. Not even when locked on. You can with... low stance and stuff like that. But high stance on this is just so infuriating to use because of this one thing. Just the fact that you can't turn. That, and until the very last DLC, they had very few good skills. And even still, they don't really have good skills. The only thing that is good about it now is that they've added a parry. And to be honest, I don't even know how the parry works, because I've never actually used it. I don't know if it functions like the axe parry. I'm guessing it functions like the sword parry. Well, fell down there. I was gonna try and parry the wheel. I don't know, I always use all the weapons in these kinds of games. At least try them once. Give me my frames back. Ha. Alright, let's try this parry. Octave Doctor. That doesn't even have tracking on it. What the fuck? That's so weird. Because it doesn't put your character in an animation like any of the other ones. It's just if an attack hits when you're doing this, your character does a follow-up attack regardless of what's happening. Stop that! Holy shit, you rude dude. What a fucking bagel. What a toasted bagel that guy is. a bagel, as some people would say. Instead of a bagel, they say a bagel. I'm trying to figure out if you can just block yokai hits with it, and then it will follow up, but it doesn't seem to be that way. Fuck! Farfig shitter. Can you get a skill boost to that? What's it called? I'll start looking for it. Focus Strike. You are shitting my dick. What the fuck? And I mean, if you're gonna use the Tonfa guns, you basically, if you're gonna use the Tonfas, you basically have to use the Tonfa gun. Because every other one is inferior. Because Team Ninja thought it would be a smart idea to associate a skill with a set of weapons. And not only just a skill, a really, really good skill at that. Get over here, dick nose. Like, look at that. It goes from 4 to 5,000 to 15,000 when that skill hits. Missed, because no tracking. Again, these would be great fucking weapons if they just made them have tracking. The fact is, though, due to their really shit tracking and awkwardness of actually landing half of the skills, they're bad. And it's why you don't see a lot of people main them as weapons. They're bad, they're awkward, they don't feel good to use. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they don't feel good to use, but damage-wise, they leave more to be desired. I love the living weapon attacks on him, though. It has the best set of living weapon moves, I think. Just in how it looks. It's, of course, way better for single target than it is for multiple target. Oh my fucking... That is like the 4th time I've fallen through that already. Son, I am disappointed. Let's not fall through the hole this time, alright? Okay. See, it's like I tried to hit him with a rolling attack, so I rolled and did a rolling attack. It didn't track him, and just did it in the... It looked like a Dark Souls 2 thing, almost. You know, if you played Dark Souls 2 before, unlike all of the other games, for whatever reason, the imbeciles that were coding Dark Souls 2 forgot to make it so that your rolling attack actually aimed where you were pointing if you pressed the attack button mid-roll. Because you see, the thing that most people didn't know is you can aim your attack in Dark Souls 2. You just have to wait until the roll is finished and then press R1 when you're pointing in the direction that you want. And then you'll do the attack in that direction. But you don't have that option in this game. It doesn't matter if you wait. The tracking will be the same. I've fallen through this pit so many times. I'm driving myself mad. What do I even... Rude. Not fall through the hole. He's gonna run all the way around. Watch. Here, let's see if we can parry these. Nope. At least you don't get penalized for doing it. It's a good way to practice, though. Oh, that one... I don't even know what happened there. That was some hitbox shenanigans. He didn't hit me, but my block also didn't go off. Nothing, no feedback. Get down from there. I don't have all of them. Oh, I do. Dead. Wow. You're gonna regret that. Apparently not, because it doesn't matter how many fucking times I press the living weapon button, it doesn't fucking go off. What a pile of garbage. Holy shit. I press the living weapon like 7 goddamn times. Holy fuck, that pisses me off. You could like see me trying to press the buttons because my character was just fucking standing there like an asshole. Just kill me already. Holy fuck. You know what? You're not even gonna get the satisfaction out of this. See ya, bitch. Alright, you're gonna insta paralyze me again for? Didn't think so. Huh? You trying to get cheese? Huh? Is this your destiny? Enjoy the cheese. Batch. This is what you wished for. This is what you wanted. I am the great commander. I would love to imagine a world where Nioh never got any of the nerfs that it got, and would just love to wonder all the build variants that we would be allowed to actually have in the game. But sadly, we can't. Because people are assholes and like ruining the fun for other people. Also, there's a reason I've been saving this one for last, because Shima Sakon is going to be one of the hardest. The mysterious samurai. It's totally not Shima Sakon. What? The hottest yokai in the game are the cloth ladies. I don't know what you're smoking. I don't consider a tongue that looks like an engorged tick to be a unnecessarily attractive trait. Hottest yokai in the game. Easily the flying bolts. Easily. Easily. No, neither of those are. It's not neither of them. It's not Hinoenma or Yuki-onna. It's definitely the flying bolts. They are definitely the waifu that you want. They're a waifu in the same way a Valkyrie is, if you want to go in that direction. Flying bolts. Always. That'll always be my answer. But I'll be right back. A few minutes. I need to go to the bathroom. Sorry, I was just making sure I turned my mic on. Excuse me. Blew his head off. See what we can do about Otani over here. You know how I beat him like that? I just use OP Soft Talisman. I do damage, so. Excuse me, mental gym. Oh, that's bad. This is the guy I have way much more trouble on. No tracking! Curses. Curses my lack of tracking. My inability to swing a stick in the proper direction. Oh. I do like them not being able to block my attacks, though. I mean, they can block, but they don't stop my attack chain. Oh my god, for a second I thought he would instantly put a Soft Talisman on me. Alright, here we go. God damn it, I keep forgetting I'm wearing the flying... What a bad talisman to have selected for this. I guess this shows why going to the abyss as fast as you can is a good thing. Oh great, now here's the real challenge. Gah. Here's the real challenge. This is the hardest mission in the game. I wish it let you see your stats against Hanzo in the dojo. I would love to know how many times he's killed me. Oh my god. I remember the despair. The despair. Oh my... The despair. Despair. When I say this is the hardest mission in the game, I don't say it jokingly. I mean it. This is one of the most unfair missions in the game. Just because Hanzo will block anything you do aggressively. Despair. So despair. Whoa, despair. Triple despair. So despair, dude. There is no happiness. Damn it! He won't attack his key out. If he did, I'd be out of key anyways. This is such a sick joke. What a damn joke. Whoa. Can you stop being weird for like 5 seconds? Thank you. Thank you. The Parry Simulator 2016. Because we're a year behind. No. I need to transcend. You know not what it means. You know not the struggle. Oh. No, no, no low stance, dude. None of that. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, you're not the one that's having to sweat right now, dude. Keep up. The parries. We parry him. Oh. Risky. This is risky business. Oh, he could have hit me there and killed me. Oh my god. First try. First try Parry King. I ascended. You must become Parry God in order to beat that. Because you just do no fucking damage at all. Even when you're spec'd for Tonfas, you don't deal that much damage in that. This guy might be pretty hard, too. With the Odachi. I don't know, we'll have to see if they've changed his AI. Nope. Nope, they didn't change his AI. It's so overpowered. He'll honestly probably be harder with the single katana. What, does he do the single katana now? Nope, I guess not. This is gonna suck. You can probably see now why the tonfas are the worst weapon in the game. There's just nothing you can do to take advantage of your opponent. And also, Hanzo is a freaking beast. Hanzo has so much more ki than any of these other guys. He has to have at least 3 to 4 times the ki. Just because you're never going to run Hanzo out of ki. But I can run one of the best swordsmen in Japan out of ki easily. And then keep him on low ki so he can't even do anything about it. Just got his ass beat in the corner. There's a lot of different reasons why the tonfas aren't very good. Excuse me. This should be relatively easy. Ready to get fucking rolled on, kid? You better hope they made your AI better, because the second I get you on the ground once, you're staying there. Nope. Sorry, buddy. Dual swords are cheese. This is why they nerfed them. You mean the way of the cheese should be the next difficulty. That'd be the only way you'd beat anything. I remember spending a close to an hour on that Hanzo mission that I was just doing. That was before they introduced the parry. I will say, the parry makes it so much easier. You get free damage after every single one. And that's part of the problem, is you just can't get damage in. Why was there no weapon in my offhand? Oh, jeez, I might actually die. Oh, you got back to full health. It's no longer music worthy. You're just like, we're not even gonna give you music unless you're at like 2 HP, dude. Sorry. I never wanted to cheese. The game made me do it. I'm not managing my key very well, but I also really didn't need to. That's just a mash buttons boss. Mash buttons because it can't do anything to you, boss. You just hit it when it glows, it always gets stunned. Even if you hit it with magic, like you saw. I mean, I play with all the weapons. I don't like to think I have a distinctive play style, because I try to use all the weapons. That's something I've done since, like, I started playing the game. Is I keep almost all weapons with a version built up in my inventory. Of course, I can't now, because I'm in a mission, but... Get dunked on, dude. You don't even know the true meaning of donk. You're just gonna do a dance? Make a little love? Get down tonight? Oh, fly, old man. Fly again. Go home. Be free. That's an underrated spear skill. Chidori. I used to think it was garbage until I learned how to use it correctly. The way I wish they had done Marubashi, if they wanted to make it more of a challenging experience, is make you fight each of the masters with their own respective weapon. And it would just swap out your weapon each time. Of course, you'd have to take some HP off of them, obviously, to do that, but I still think it would make it a more fair experience for them. Because it's already really easy to beat most of them. Hanzo's the hardest. That's not even a joke. Alright, time to whoop some ass. See, he thought I was gonna walk into him. I wanted my key regen. Eat it. Camera, please. It's like I said, man, you gotta use them all. You gotta experiment. It's how you figure it out for yourself which ones are actually the high-class weapons and which ones aren't. And why the single sword will always be the best weapon no matter what. It's just a thing. It will always be the best. Why would they want two wooden sticks being better than their country's, like, thing that they're most known for? This is gonna be difficult. Are you just gonna attack your key out, or are you just gonna annihilate my key? God damn it, tracking. What is this, Dix? What in the Dix? He can literally just walk in a direction and avoid my kicking. But dude, I just love a good kick. Oh yeah, that's right, they buffed Renegade Dragon. What the absolute fuck were they thinking? I already thought that skill was good before. Damn it! I didn't keep pulse. Sorry to inform you, Kozen, but that skill sucks. Again, it's just the Tonfas, they just have so few things going for them. And it's really a part of the reason why it's so hard to take advantage of Hanzo and just normal enemies with the Tonfas. That's not saying the Tonfas are bad. You just watched me kill Otani in like 2.5 seconds with the Tonfas. But definitely all of the other weapons are more viable than the Tonfas, which is sad to say. At least if you're just talking about general gameplay and how fun they are to use, the Tonfas are generally not fun. I would rate them on one of the least fun weapons in the game, just because of the tracking problems. Which apparently the Kusarigama kick has as well. And unlike most people that you've probably seen play this game, I'm not a scumbag with the Kusarigama who uses all of the shitty bullshit skills in one stance. I have Blade Spin and Renegade Dragon on one. I have this and this on this one. And then this on low stance. I try to use everything. Is that them all done? Alright. I'm just gonna sell my stuff real quick and then I'm gonna head. That's pretty good. I still like mine better though. Whenever you lower an enemy's defense by getting fire on them, it basically applies a weakness talisman, which stacks with weakness talisman. Ooh, I got a new Yasakani and it's shit. See ya. I used to collect all of those until they became not as rare as they used to be. Change to Magic D. I'm just gonna save that just because it's so weird. Has break on it as a locked effect. I don't think I ever paid attention to that before. Oh wait, that one of those had familiarity damage bonus inheritable. Damn it, it's another imperfect Amaterasu rifle. Why? Can't I get a bow or something, please? I have a Futsunushi bow, which is like, what the fuck? But I can't get goddamn Amaterasu. Yeah, I changed my color code. I use one that makes purple show up more because I can't see the pink purple that it is by default very well. So I change it to this because it allows me to better differentiate between the colors. So when I'm scrolling down through armor and I'm looking for specific effects, I can see them a lot easier. I'll show you what color scheme I use. I use 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the stock one right here. You see how you can barely tell that pink is even there for me. And then it gets a little bit darker with this one. This one's alright. I've seen people use this, but I just prefer this one because it makes it the most stand out in between each of the colors. Except for Divine and Ethereal, but once you get used to seeing it, you can tell the difference pretty easily. Like, because I'm wearing all Ethereals except for this. I got the Futsunushi bow from putting the bow in defilement and then leaving on a specific floor in the Abyss. The set bonuses you get from items in the Abyss are determined by what floor you're on when you leave. And they're grouped up. It's weird to explain. But, basically you can only get them from the Abyss. And you have to get stupidly lucky to get it. That's why it's only level 300 plus 37, because you can, I believe, floor 31 to 34 and stuff like that is Futsunushi, or level 30 is, or something like that. One of those floors in that range level, because again, it's only plus 37. I haven't upgraded it at all since I got it. I just got it from the Abyss when I was going through it. Yes, you can get Futsunushi from the Abyss. It just has to be on specific floors. It's weird. I don't even know exactly what it is. I just know that's how I got that one. There's a person on Reddit who has it more well explained. So it allows you to get Futsunushi on ranged weapons, so you can have 5-piece Futsunushi and 4-piece Tatanashi, so you can get the elemental damage reduction and have the equipment weight damage bonus that Tatanashi offers. And I mean, it gives 16% damage reduction, so it's pretty decent. You can also build received firearms damage of 100% off of this if you wanted to, and have both. I don't know why you would want to. I'm sure you'd have to sacrifice damage somewhere. No problem, but I think I'm going to end the stream here. If you want to add me on PlayStation 4, feel free to. I'll put my PSN in the chat. I believe it's... I'm pretty sure, no capitals or anything. Oh wait, the first letter might be capitalized. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna stop playing. I need to try and get some sleep. Then I'll come back probably tomorrow night. Or just tomorrow in general, and I'll... start beating some of these. But until next time, peace out, everyone.